That's what he loves to do. Y'all was so quick. No, I don't think so. He's not really good of a liar. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to put my AirPods. Alright. So get y'all snacks, get y'all drinks, get y'all popcorn, because this shit better go down. Well, not really. I'm just gonna tell y'all the shit that I did. Alright, so where do I start from? The beginning of our relationship. Obviously I lost my feed to him, and a day after, and by the way, I barely use Snap, guys. I never use Snap for anything. And yeah, the beginning of our relationship, he would like go through my phone, like always go through my phone, and I had pictures of me and my ex still, because I didn't know if me and him were gonna be official or anything. So I was like, so yeah, he had went through my phone, and obviously I ended up deleting everything. There were so much pictures of us, but I did end up deleting everything. Basically the same thing as Brittany, guys. I deleted everything except for a couple of things which I didn't know that I still had. Why? Because I don't use Snapchat. So in the beginning of our relationship, yeah, the day after I lost my V to him, we went to my cousin's quince, and at my cousin's quince, his homies had convinced him to try to get into my only eyes on Snapchat, which I don't even use Snapchat. I never go into my eyes only. I literally fucking forgot whatever was in there. So he went through my eyes only, and he found a picture of my ex's, which he didn't send me that picture. My ex sent that picture to a girl that he had cheated on me with, which I had found out, and that's why I had the picture saved, because I was so mad I wasn't thinking right, which I didn't expose the picture. I'm gonna straight up say this, I didn't expose it, but I just had it in my eyes only, just in case of anything. So, and I literally forgot about it because me and my ex were been broken up for a minute. So yeah, after that, yeah, he forgave me. I deleted it, obviously. And then after that, relationship was good or whatever. And then what happened after that? Nothing, I just bought clothes.
¿Eh?
I just bought clothes.
¿Que no ibas a hablar con la dueña?
No.
¿No?
I was just gonna go to buy clothes.
¿No estaba la dueña?
No.
¿No preguntaste?
No.
¿Ya quebraste ese cajón, Melanie?
Yes. Okay, back to the story. Okay, back to the story. I'm trying to remember more things because, mind you guys, we did it for 1 year and 6 months. So throughout the year, many stuff happened. So I'm trying to remember everything. But that's the number one thing bad that I did in our entire relationship. I'm trying to remember. I'm only gonna say the stuff that I did. Okay, so yeah, he didn't want me to talk to guys, right? School started, and there was Angel. I met Angel, and when you meet Angel, everybody assumes that I'm not trying to hate on Angel, but if you're from Cortez, you know that Angel comes off as, you know, everybody thought his gun was pink, and that's what I thought. I automatically thought that his gun was pink, so I was like, you know what, he's gay, so I could talk to him. So yeah, and I thought he was gay, and I was like, you know, friends with him and stuff. And then I later on found out that he wasn't gay, and I told Julian, I was like, babe, I just found out that this dude wasn't gay the entire time. I just found out, and he got so mad at me. I'm like if you were around him, you would understand that he looks like, I mean, not look, he like, the vibe he gives off is that vibe, but he's not like that. He's just a very friendly person. And yeah, he got super mad at me, and that's why he started talking to that girl. He vented to the girl he cheated on me with. He vented to her about everything about our relationship. He would call her when I would sleep. He would call her in the middle of the night to talk shit about me to her. And remember that video, guys? Remember that video where everybody was coming at me because I was wearing shorts, and I guess my camel toe showed? Well, he got super mad at me, and he wanted me to delete that video. It's not my fault people are looking down there. It's a normal ass video. It's a normal video. So yeah, he got mad at me for that. And he started telling this girl, like, oh, isn't she weird? Like, she should delete this video. Oh, what? Okay. And I wanted to be nice, guys. I didn't want to come on here and tell you guys every single detail, but I guess I'm gonna have to do that because anyways, another thing that I did bad was what else did I do bad? I'm trying to remember. There's a lot of stuff that have to do with his sister, but I feel like that's very personal to him, and if I said stuff about his sister on here, it's stuff between him and his sister, so I can't say nothing about that because that would be wrong of me. But if he wants to bring up stuff about me and his sister, then I'm gonna have to talk about it. I'm sorry, Julian, but if you want to, then I'm gonna have to do it. That would be rude of me because that's your business, but I'm just saying. What else? So yeah, he basically had stopped talking to me because of his sister. I mean, not to me. He stopped talking to his sister because of stuff he told me about her. And I guess his whole family thought that it was because of me, but it wasn't because of me. It was because of stuff that happened between her and him. But that's his business, right? So yeah, his family bashed me for that. And what else? I don't want to talk. I really didn't want to talk about this because it's someone that's not here with us in this world anymore. He's no longer here. Rest in peace. But I know he's gonna bring this up. So when me and Julian would call, there was times his brother would come around and he would talk about my body. He'd be like, oh, you're talking to that man? You're talking to that man, that little boy? And then Julian would be like, hey, like, chill. Like, that's the only thing he would say, oh, chill. And then he'd be like, well, I don't know if she's a man or not because she's... Why are you talking about my body? I'm not your girl. I'm your brother's girl. Anyways, yeah, they would happen constantly. And there was this one time that he went out with his friends to the movies. And me and Julian and his friend had got kicked out of Castles and Coasters because they would do a lot of bullshit around Castles and Coasters. So we got kicked out for a year. And the movies and Castles and Coasters are right by each other. So right after the movie, they got kicked out of the movies. They wanted to go to Castles and Coasters. And he called me. He was like, babe, I'm gonna go to Castles and Coasters. I'm like, Julian, do not go to Castles and Coasters. You're gonna get arrested because they told us if we trespassed that they were gonna arrest us. And I was like, babe, please don't go. You're gonna get arrested. You're gonna get arrested. And I was like, I'm gonna be mad at you if you go because I don't want you to be in trouble. And by the way, I had gave him my phone. I gave him my phone because he had broke his phone. And you know what he did with my phone? He fucking broke it. On spot, he broke it. And he was like crying, I guess, and because I was mad at him. And he was trying so hard to call me through his friend's phone. His friends wouldn't let him call me through their phone. He tried. I texted his brother. I was like, hey, like, let me talk to Julian. Like, I want to fix stuff with him so he could enjoy the rest of his day. He wouldn't let me. When I would call his brother would answer and he'd be like, he doesn't want to fucking talk to you. And then I would hear Julian crying in the back. I'd be like, bro, just don't be like that. Just let me talk to him. And the only reason why his brother was like that because Julian would go and tell him shit about our relationship. So I guess that made him like look at me weird, which you shouldn't be telling people about our relationship because those are our relationship problems. And so yeah. And then I would call him constantly. I'm like, bro, just let me talk to him. And then he would cuss me the fuck off on call. He would cuss me out. And I never, it came to a point where I did. But throughout this all the time, he disrespected me like, what, 10 times? 10 times of him disrespecting me. It came to the end, which was a couple of months before the accident. It came to a point where he had talked shit about me on call when I was on call with Julian, and that's when I had it. I wanted to defend myself, and I never defended myself because that's his brother, that's his family. I never wanted to disrespect anybody from his family. So and Julian would barely even, like, he would just ignore him. Sometimes he'd tell him to chill, but he would just ignore him. And I would tell him, I'd be like, hey, can you tell him something? Like, he's disrespecting me in front of you and you're not doing nothing. And yeah, it came to a point where he disrespected me on call, and that's when I cussed him the fuck out. I was like, I was fed the fuck up. I was not in the mood. I was fed up. Julian wasn't doing nothing about it, so I defend myself. And yeah, after that, me and Julian, we had gotten into a fight in the car. because of that. Because he would blame me. He'd be like, bro, like, I was so, like, oh my god, I'm so stressed out right now. In the car, we had talked about him cheating because I was, okay, when he cheated on me, fast forward, when he cheated on me, he cried to me, he begged me. I was like, you know what? I comforted him, hugged him, and then after that, I ended up telling him, if you want to stay with me, things are gonna go my way. Why? Because you cheated on me. So what do you think? What do you think I'm gonna feel? I'm not gonna trust you no more. So things are gonna go the way that I want them to go, which they never ended up going the way I wanted them to go. Majority of the time, they never ended up going the way that I wanted to go. So what he's gonna tell you guys is that I controlled him, which majority of the time I didn't, because he would not let me. So okay, where was I at? Where was I at with his brother? Oh, when we got in a fight in the car. We had, I forgot, oh, he took a picture with like 5 girls at Target when we were in an argument. We were in an argument, and then he went to Target and he took a picture with like 5 girls, and they were like super close up on him, and I obviously got upset. I was like, hey, like, cause bro, you literally cheated on me. You think I'm not gonna feel some type of way about this? It's 5 girls next to you, and I'm not even with you. So yeah, which number one, I'm gonna say this now. I should have left. I should have left the first time he cheated. I know I should have left, but I didn't. So yeah, in a car, I was upset about that, and I was upset. It was the same day. All of that stuff happened in the same day about his brother. Like, me and his brother went off on each other. He took a picture with like 5 girls at Target, and then I think that's about it. I don't know, but it was a couple arguments that led up to me, you know, which I didn't really hit him, guys. I'm weak as fuck, so. But thank you for the baby line. Hold on. Yes, I put my hands on him, but I wasn't the only one putting hands on each other. This was this year that I put my hands on him. Last year, when we would go to Hurricane Harbor, I would see him staring at girls, and he would like try to get super close to them and stuff. And I was like, and I didn't tell him nothing. I just went silent. I got upset. I didn't say nothing. And he would notice that, and he'd be like, why are you mad? Why are you mad? Why are you mad? And I was walking away from him with my sister, and he grabbed me by my arm and he pulled me, and he was like, stop acting like that. And then I was mad, and then I went to go sit down at the chairs where they have at the Hurricane Harbor. I sat down, and I got up, and I think I was gonna leave, and he grabbed me and he choked me, and there was like literally nobody, because it was about to close, but luckily there was an older lady like 1 row in front of us, and she heard him screaming. She turned around and she looked at him, and she was like, hey, and she stopped him, and she was like, bro, if some older guys here would have seen you do that, they would have rocked your shit. They would have rocked your shit. That's what she told him. And she was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. I wasn't the only one putting hands on this. Me putting my hands on him led up to, because he cheated on me, because I was insecure. Well, I don't want to use that word, but you put this weight on me to not be able to trust you, and you do all of this. Anger is gonna build inside of me, and I'm gonna have to end up. And then yeah, he knew, and I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying that it's okay to put your hands on somebody, but I'm just saying that I wasn't the only one putting hands, because he was the first one to ever put his hands on me. First one. I'll tell y'all that. And then what else is there? And then one time I was in a room, I was in the gym room with him, and I'm gonna explain a shirt I have right now, a shirt that I have blood on. I'm gonna explain it to you guys right now. So we were in the room, and I had mentioned, because remember when I told you guys that a lot of girls would text me telling me that he would like be super close to other girls around school. Well, one of the girls, like, I had gotten really close to her, and she had told me that she had a boyfriend and that Julian tried sitting next to her on the bus, and Julian had bumped into the girl with her boyfriend in the hallway, and her boyfriend got mad and he told Julian something, and yeah, they didn't fight, they just left it alone. And so yeah, the guy was keeping an eye on Julian because Julian was getting way too close to the girl. And she got on the bus and Julian sat next to her, and she got up and moved seats. That's what she told me. And I was like, bro, like, you literally don't even let me talk to guys. What are you doing sitting next to girls on what are you doing sitting next to girls on the bus? But anyways, besides that, so yeah, we were in the room. I'm like, babe, you know, like, since you already, like, well, he didn't even tell me the truth, I had to figure it out. Since I already know the truth about your cheating, I want you to be honest to me about this girl. Did you actually sit on the bus with her? Because he would tell me that it wasn't true. I was like, well, I already found out this. Like, can you tell me the truth about this? I just want to know. And he was like, no. He just got so defensive about it. And I was like, look, don't lie to me, because I'll call her right now. And I'll tell her to explain everything again to me in front of your face. He was like, well, then do it. And I called her. I was like, hey, can you tell me what he did that one day? She explains everything. And then he was like, I was like, so I'm lying? So she's lying? Like, what? Like, he was like, yeah, that bitch is lying. Like, she's lying. And then he was like, you're so fucking insecure. And then that's when I got up and I, boom. And I didn't know that I hit him in his nose, and his nose is very sensitive, guys. His nose has always been sensitive, so he started bleeding, and he got blood all over his shirt. He took it off, and he dipped. And I called him, I was like, hey, come back because I need my card. My bank card. I was like, come back, I need my card. And then we talked it out, and y'all know what relationships do when the nasty. Yeah, we talked it out though. And that's why every time we just, and there's other stuff, but I'm not gonna mention it here unless he takes it that far. Unless he wants to take it that far, then we're gonna take it that far. I'm gonna have to say everything, every little thing you did, I'm gonna have to say it on here. But and when the thing happened with me and his brother, after I'm not gonna lie, his brother was a good person. Just because me and him, like, he had some type of hate towards me, and he had hate towards me because of Julian. Because Julian told him that I was toxic, but you gave me reasons to be toxic. And let's not forget that you were also toxic, and that's why the whole relationship was toxic, because you wanted to run it toxic. I didn't ever want to. I was on whatever you were on. If you wanted me to not do this stuff, well, I expected the same in return. So yeah, his brother hated me because of shit that Julian would tell him, but Julian would never tell him the shit that he would do. So his brother obviously hated me or whatever. And which I understand that. But when we got into the car, all he was doing me was like pushing me and pushing my face and like pushing me really hard, because Julian is very strong. I'm not gonna cut. He was going to the gym at the time. He was like able to like get me away, but the whole time he was on the call with his brother, and his brother was like he was just telling him, he was like, hey, he was like, don't hear her. But it doesn't matter, he's already became aggressive with me in the beginning of the relationship. But yeah, he was like, don't hear her, which I really appreciate that. W brother for that. And after that, he knew that I started crying, I started bawling my eyes. I was like, why can't you just change? Like, why can't you just, guys, it happens. And I was like bawling my eyes out, and I just told him, I was like, I don't want to be with you no more. And he cried to me, he begged me, he hugged me, he took me on a drive, and he was like, please, like, I'll stop talking to my brother for you. And I looked at him and I was like, that's not what I want you to do. That's your brother. You guys live together. Why would I want you to stop talking to your brother? That's your brother. Yeah, he might dislike me because of stuff that you've told him, but I'm never gonna make you stop talking to your brother. Never that. So what he's gonna come on here and tell you guys is that he hates me. Well, I don't know if I told y'all, but he told me on the call when he had broke up with me, he was like, I'm not gonna lie, I hate you, I fucking hate you. Which that shit actually hurt me, because bro, like, I almost, how are you gonna tell me that? He was like, you made me go distant from my brother, and me and my brother never spent time together, and now he's not here. I never made you go distant from your brother. You even asked, I told him, I was like, you even asked me if I wanted you to stop talking to your brother, and I told you no. I told you that's your brother. I don't want you to not talk to him no more because of me. I told him, and I kept reminding him, like, after the incident, when he would tell me that he hated me, I told him, you can't blame this on me, because I told you the time that you wanted to cut your brother off because of me, and I told you not to. I told you that was not a good idea. I told you that's your brother. At the end of the day, that's your brother. That's your blood. You live with him. So yeah, I never controlled you on hanging out with your brother. Hang out with your brother. Matter of fact, I put his brother on with my homegirl, and so we can take them out. We took them out to In-N-Out. We took them out on a double date. I was the one with all the ideas. When we went to the car show, I was like, hey, tell your brother, let's go. Invite your brother with us. He didn't want to go. And then there was a time where we were at Denny's in the morning. We went to go eat in the morning. And I was like thinking of plans for the rest of the day. I was like, hey, like, you should invite your brother, and I'll invite my homegirl, which was the homegirl that was messing with his brother, to the mall. We could all go shopping. Not shopping, but like basically like hang out at the mall. And they didn't want to. I invited your brothers to so many things. So many things. So you cannot sit here and tell all these people that I controlled you over your brother. Because at the end of the day, I still feel some type of way. Even though me and his brother never got along. Even though me and his brother, well, there was times where we did get along. There's a whole YouTube channel of me and Julian, and the Disney Channel vlog. And me and his brother were there together. I showed his whole outfit. Like, me and his brother were cool at times. We weren't always like this. It only got to this to like sort of like this year. It only got like that this year. Last year, me and his brother were cool. I even put him on with my homegirl. I wanted to go on double dates with them. I didn't want to hold grudges on his brother for talking shit on me. Talking shit about my body. I never wanted to. But there's a time where so much builds up. It builds up to the point where you can't no more. You can't no more. You're gonna explode. Looking at the... But... And that's why I say... And I never lied about me putting his hands on him. I told y'all. I turned like Brittany at some point in our relationship because all the cheating, all the fucking calling me insecure, name calling. And this is the day that the first time he cheated on me. When I found out I was in school, I was going to my last period. There's this one girl that knows me that she's seen me screaming. So last period, I was going to my last period. I was texting the girl. That was when I was texting her, telling her, hey, tell me. But she didn't want to tell me until it came to a point where she like had to, because I told her that he was talking shit about her. And I called her, I was like, because she had sent me all the screenshots. And I was like, I was screaming. Literally, everybody heard me. And I was like, really, Julian? Really? And yeah, I was like, really? Like, I was so mad. And everybody heard me. Like, when I walked into the class, a girl looked at me. Her name's America. She was like, are you okay, Melanie? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. And I told her, I was like, can I go to the nurse? I didn't go to the nurse. I went somewhere to hide around the school, somewhere where nobody was around. And I bawled my eyes out. I was punching the wall, punching the cafeteria wall. And it's like a very brick wall. It's a very like textured brick wall. So That, if I don't know if you guys remember the video where my knuckles were all fucked up, they were all scarred up, all bloody. It was because of that day. I was punching the wall hella, and the day ended. I walked down the neighborhood, and I was playing. I was done. I found out the person that I loved the most, the person that I've done everything with, cheated on me. And I was right there in the road, ready to cross it. Ready to get ran over. And this is so corny. I know it's corny. But I was ready to cross it. I was screaming, crying.
Bro, it was fake.
What was fake? Melanie, can you get out of my room, please?
Titanic thing.
Oh my god, Melanie, can you get out, please? Sorry, guys. Just over here talking about the Titanic thing. Girl, that is not what we're talking about right now. So yeah, I was ready to end it all. My homegirl was texting me. She said, where you at? Because I had told her what happened. And I told her, I was like, come for me now before I do some stupid shit that I'm gonna regret. She came for me, went back to the school. I found out more stuff because I texted the girl more times and she was telling me more and more stuff. And my plan, I told him. He was like, baby, please, I love you, baby. I was like, I'm gonna see you today or tomorrow or whenever I see you, and I'm gonna eat your ass. I was so fucking, I was hurt. I was angry. I was everything at that time. Every bad thing you can think of, I was destroyed. And I told him, I feel like the way for me to not feel this anger is to beat his ass. I didn't do it because my hands were all fucked up. They were so sore from punching the walls. They were so sore. I didn't beat his ass. I didn't do it. So. But yeah, those are all the things that I did in our relationship. But he had a thing for staring at other bitches in public. So yeah, those are all the things that I did that were wrong. And let me tell y'all something. I forgot what I was gonna tell you guys. I'm not even gonna fucking say it. It's fucking irrelevant. It's just gonna be me shoving shit in his face, like shit that I. Oh my god, I can't do that. Hold on. Clean my eyes. I'm not crying about this no more. I'm not gonna cry about this because after you seeing that live, after you knowing that what I talked about, and I was saying it in the sweetest way, and I was telling people that I didn't want to tell this story so people wouldn't go hate on you, but you want, instead of you coming to me and realizing my point of view, realizing how much you hurt me, you go and you're like, oh, guys, follow this account, get me to 1K so I could say my part of the story, instead of texting me and telling me you're sorry. It could have been the simplest shit. The simplest shit you could have done. Send me a quick message, give me a quick call. Melanie, I'm sorry. But instead of this, you wanna, fuck, I don't have the fucking screenshots on the other phone. I wish I had. I should fucking send them to that phone. Fuck, I'm gonna text my homegirl right now. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna read her out loud on here. Cause I sent it to my homegirl. I'm gonna text her. Harmony, if you're on here, I don't think she's on here. Fuck. Send them to me right now. I sent it to her on... Where is it? And he's gonna be like, oh, well, you tried to put my brother on with the girl that was gonna play him. Your brother was a player himself. He played so much girls. And all I told her was like, all I told her, because my homegirl is single. Your brother is single. They're not gonna commit to each other. They're fucking freshmen. We both know that. We both know your brother is not gonna take her serious. We both know she's not gonna take him serious. And I warned her at first. All I told her was like, hey, don't take him serious. He's gonna play you. I'm just doing this so we can do on double dates. I'm on here. Harmony, send me the screenshots that I sent you. Send me the screenshots that I sent you earlier. But he didn't even type that. I bet y'all he didn't even type that shit. He didn't type it. Because he doesn't type like that. I'm waiting for her to send me the screenshots. But I'm gonna read what he put on his cousin's story. Trying to act all pro, like trying to act so innocent. No, send them to me on Instagram. She sent them to me right here. No, send them to me on Instagram. I'm on my chat phone. Here it is. What up, y'all? It's Jay writing this. No, you're not. You don't type like this. On my cousin's account. Wanted to say I appreciate all the supporters that have been backing up my name through this tough time, unfortunately. I didn't want to come on social media so soon, but it was brought to my attention that my name is being brought up while I've been with my family and trying to heal in my own ways. If you want to hear my side of the story, I'm going to go live, so stay tuned and follow my TikTok and get it to 1K. Look, bro, I wouldn't have said all this shit about you on here if you didn't just give me a call. If you didn't just call me. It was that easy. A fucking 5-minute call to just tell me that you're sorry. 1-minute call, actually. And it could have been dropped. And I am extremely sorry that you lost your brother. But you don't think that shit affects me? You lost someone, I lost someone too. Even if me and him didn't get along, he was a part of my life. If me and him didn't get along, then we wouldn't have been in the car together. If me and your brother didn't got along, I wouldn't have got him Ubers everywhere. And let's just say, who was gonna pay for your brother's membership for boxing, because that's where we were taking him to. Who was right now paying for your membership at the boxing gym? I was paying for it. So who was gonna end, because he wanted to invite his brother to go, I was gonna pay for your brother. I was already paying for you. My mom was paying for me, guys. I was paying for Julian's membership at the boxing gym so he could not be in the streets selling whatever. I wanted to take him out of all that stuff because that was, when I met him, that's what he was about. Being out in the streets, running away from the cops, selling stuff. And don't say that I pulled you from your homies. Don't say that I controlled you and you couldn't go out with them. You never wanted to go out with them because of the stuff they would pull you into. Hold on, I need to put my phone in charge. And I'm not even fighting for the car when I was the one who paid 90% of it. Fuck. I know you should be more grateful that I got you. I was the one who brought you to social media. I was the one who introduced you to this shit. I was the one who introduced you to all the people that I was working with. And all the promos that I did, all the promos that he did, I ran them. I was the one posting them for him so he could make his own money. I was basically like his manager. I would run his whole account for him so he could earn money. Or maybe you're mad, maybe you're upset at me because I bought you the car and things happened. Maybe that's why you're upset. Maybe. The car was $5K, I paid $4K, and he put in $1K. $1K of money that I actually did. That I actually did all the promos for him because he'd be like, can you do it for me? I don't know how to do it. Just learn how to do it. I would tell him constantly. He'd be like, please just do it for me. And I would end up doing it for him. And I'm even stupid. I'm even stupid for even putting money into the car after you cheat on me. Like, what fucking girl does that? It's fucking a stupid ass girl, which is me. I'm fucking stupid for doing that. And I tried forgetting about it. I tried, but I never forgot about it. So, this is all I wanted to let you guys know. Because this is the whole story. I mean, there's stuff that happens between him and his family, which I'm not going to talk about it. Because that's you and your family. All I'm going to say is, who fed you? Who paid for every date? The only thing, let me tell you, the only thing he ever paid for was the Valentine's stuff. The Valentine's stuff he got me. My stuff for my birthday, which was my snake. And our flowers, here and there flowers that he would pay for. And there was a time that his homie from a long time ago, they've been friends since like, I don't know, 3rd grade. And they were texting and they wanted to meet up. And that same weekend, that same week before the weekend, I had a complaint to him. I was like, why don't you take me out to dates? Can you please arrange a date for us? Because I was the one telling him, oh, let's go do this, let's go do that. He never wanted to, make up a date on his own. And he was like, oh, like this weekend I'll arrange a date for us. His homeboys. Well, I thought it was just gonna be him and his homeboy, but it ended up being more than just him and his homeboy. His homeboy had texted him. He was like, hey, like let's hang out. And he was like, oh, babe. He asked me, he was like, oh, is it okay? And I was like, I just told him, yeah, go. So I could see if he was gonna end up going instead of worrying about what I just told him this week. Can you please arrange a date? Because I'm always the one arranging shit. Can you arrange a date? Told him, yeah, you can go. To see if that's what he was gonna do. He went. And I thought maybe he was stopping at a store to buy me flowers and come to my house and be like, baby, let's go. Like, I got you flowers. Let's go. Like, let me take you out to eat. So I watched him drive there, like, because I had his Life 360. And he just went. He kept going. He kept going. He got there. No, he didn't even get there. He was like halfway there, and I called him, and I was like, so nothing I told you throughout this week played a game in your, like, played a spot in your head to be like, no, I can't do this. She asked me to take her out this week. And mind you, they were going to Westgate. When me and Julian were together, he would constantly tell me, oh, girls that go to Westgate, they're their bops. They're bops. They go get guys snaps, guys Instagrams. Like, that's what it's known for. That's what Westgate is known for. That's where they're going. And mind you, this was after he cheated on me. So what do you think I'm gonna expect? I mean, you always tell me that that's what girls go and do over there. What am I gonna expect from you going over there after you cheated on me? And after all this time, you're telling me that that's what Westgate is for. And he had his brother along with him in the car and one of their homies. And I got mad at him. And I told him, I was like, you better get your ass home. You better get your ass home. Because there's no way, after you cheated on me, after you tell me that that's what Westgate is for, you want to go there with your homies, with your brother. And his homie, one of his homies is, that's all he does. His homie, he gets out like 500 girls a day. That's what if it's the saying, guys. If your homies are like that, then you're like that too. What else am I gonna expect? I told him, get your ass home. And this is why he says that I never let him hang out with his brother. That was one time. You would late at nights when he would get home, he would take his brother out to eat. With whose money? My money. Oh, and how would he drive everywhere? I paid for his gas. All the time, I always paid for his gas. And I don't even want to shove everything on here, but I was such a good person. To this guy that clearly never gave a fuck.
Why is this off? Matt.
And that's what Brittany did. If y'all didn't know, Brittany let this guy stay in his house for free. He never cleaned. He worked for what, like 1 week? She cooked for him. She cleaned the house, and all he does is lay down. And when he got the money, all he would do is spend it on himself. That's why he had all the clothes he had. Why? Because all the money that he was earning, he would just spend it on clothes. So, and y'all want to say, oh, the receipts. Those are receipts of Brittany having mental breakdowns. Why? Because of his cheating. And y'all want to say, oh, she's so crazy. I'm on Ricky. And when she tells you the whole entire story, Ricky's so cute. What are you, 13, bro? Like, calm down. You're the only reason why you're on his side is because of his looks. Like, let's be fucking for real. But if you knew what type of person he was, you wouldn't be. You know, maybe if he was ugly, then you wouldn't be all up defending him. But Ricky has told you guys so many times. Ricky has tried to explain herself. But no, Brittany has tried to explain herself many times, but nobody wants to listen to her. Why? Because, oh, like, we're gonna listen to this guy that depends off of OnlyFans. One thing I'm gonna let y'all know is a girl doesn't get crazy over nothing. It doesn't happen over nothing. You have to do something for her to be like this. So I hope you guys understand. I hope you guys finally put your mind into it and realize that these men are nothing but manipulators, narcissists. What's the other word? It becomes my business when she's the homegirl. It becomes my business when everybody, gaslighter, manipulator, a gaslighter, and narcissist, they become all of this, and all of y'all believe them. And I'm not saying this is just men, because there's women out here, there's women out there like that. But thank you, Gio. Thank you, Gio. Gio. But I don't know what else is there for me to say, but I hope this live makes you realize that crazy women aren't crazy for no reason. Controlling women aren't controlling for no reason. Yeah, Brittany over a fucking manipulator, gaslighter, and narcissist. When all she did was finally speak up and defend herself, while he posted a video of her having a mental breakdown. So I said what I had to say. I'm not gonna get off live, but this is the last time I'm gonna talk about it, unless it gets brought up again. Because if it gets brought up again, I'll bash your ass on here and I'll tell everybody what you did to me. Because there's more to it. There's more things that he did to me, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it because it takes to another level for me to speak on something that he put me through. This is just half of it, kinda. This is 80% of it, because there's still one thing that I could tell you guys. There's still one more thing. I know that. And you think that you probably think that I forgot or something. But if you want to take it that way, if you want to take it to that level, then that's what we're gonna have to do. And I'm truly sorry about your loss. I'm truly sorry that you have to go through this. But let's not use his death as an excuse to cheat. Let's not do that. Come on. Let's not do that. Hey, was that Lucas sending gifts? That one Lucas guy? Or was it just a random Lucas?